Luke Tanaka with head football coach Ron Planz. Blue Jays hit the road and another dominant performance by the defense. They had a couple of big plays here and there, but I think I heard that there was about 144 yards of their total offense was on 50-some of their plays, and 3 plays at 123 yards of their offense. Never reached the red zone. Talk about the play of the defense. Again, another stellar week.
Yeah, they did an excellent job. I've sung the praises of our coaching staff on that side of the ball multiple times this year, and Coach Briddick and Coach Gray and Coach O'Malley and Coach Macias, all those guys, they really do a phenomenal job breaking down opponents. They do a really good job of teaching. They do a great job of teaching our players what it is to look for, what they're going to see, how to react to the things that are happening. And because of that, the guys are able to go out and play fast and physical and smart, and that's exactly the way they draw it up.
Perot Charles had a big play early in the game, had a forced fumble. He's a guy who had to switch positions when you came in, and he decided on now playing rover, and he's played that for a couple of years now. What does he bring to the table at the rover position?
Well, he brings a dynamic presence. Perot is just an awesome young man, and he brings an intensity and enthusiasm to the defensive side of the ball. He's very vocal, he's very energetic, and that rubs off on people. And it's been good to see him kind of grow, and he's gotten better every single week this year. And it kind of accumulated here against Augie, where he got the sack and forced a fumble, and was really the physical presence that we knew he could be. And it was exciting to watch him play and have the success that we know he's capable of having.
On offense, Orlando Hernandez, a very good game, not only through the air but also with his legs. He gained 88 yards rushing in the game. What was able to open up the holes for him on rushing the football?
Yeah, for Orlando, the thing that doesn't show up in the stat line is how prepared he was for this game. And it's been a growing process with him, and I'll take the hats off to the offensive coaching staff, and they changed their approach a little bit last week on how we prepared and how we practiced some of the stuff to get Orlando ready. And Coach Norton and Coach Kirkpatrick, Coach Torzeski over there, Coach O'Malley, Coach Dahl, they all kind of got together and came up with a little bit different way to run through plays during the week to help Orlando make good decisions. And what he was able to do in the game was he was able to go out and he was able to get us into good running plays and get us into good passing plays. And that's really what opened up the holes for us, was getting into the right play at the right time. And he studied so hard and had the mental side of the game down. I think that really helped, and hopefully it's going to boost his confidence going forward.
One of his key rushes was actually the first time he scored a TD at 3rd and 9, facing that, and then he's able to gain 14 yards on the ground, and then the next play is an 11-yard touchdown from Danny Burgos. So what did you see on that play, that 3rd and 9, where Hernandez was able to perhaps extend the play and then able to rush for the first down?
Yeah, Orlando will tell you he's a quarterback, and what quarterbacks like to do is like to sit back there and throw the ball, and he does. He loves to throw the ball, but he has a great ability to extend plays with his legs. He has an ability to rush the ball, and that was one of those plays where he sat there, he went back, looked at his reads. They had a good coverage scheme on it, and he tucked that ball and he took off and ran and didn't force any throws. And that got us the first down, and that's kind of what we've been talking to him about. Hey, you have a weapon in your feet. Use that. That is as good as throwing a ball 10 yards down the field into a tight window. If you can run and pick up 6, 7 here or there. There were a couple scrambles that he had that he didn't get the first down, but it was still good to see that progression in the thought process of okay, I've got this read, I've got that read. It's not there, tuck it and go. And he did a really good job of that, and that was a key play in the game because we had stalled in the red zone before that in the first quarter. This got us going a little bit, and then we're able to get the ball to Danny, and the offensive line did a nice job on that run play. He bounced it outside and took it in for the score.
Speaking of throwing the football, the second touchdown drive, he threw the football very well. It was a very quick drive, a 31-yard pass, a 16-yard run, and then another 30-yard pass. One of those passes going to Kalen Miller for the 31 yards to set up the next 2 plays. We talked about Kalen Miller a bunch here, but he is really a great offensive playmaker for the Blue Jays. What has he brought this season?
He's brought a maturity to his game. He's always had the ability. He's always had the talent. He's brought a centered maturity, I guess, is the best way to describe it. He's going out and he's doing all the little things. He's blocking. He's running routes even when he's not in the primary read. He's being real physical in the run game and in the pass game after he catches the ball. He's doing all those little things, and as he's finding out, when you take care of those little things, big stuff open up for you, and I'm really happy for him. He's had an awesome personal journey through this point, and it's good to see him reaping some of the rewards.
Almost 35 minutes of possession, and then with 6 minutes to go, you're up 14-3, and everybody in the building knows you're going to run the football. How impressed with you, the player, the offensive line, with able to get 4 minutes off the clock on that drive?
It was great. It was good to see them executing. Again, it goes back to the quarterback getting us into the right situations. It came down to the running backs putting their head down and going for it, and the offensive line, like you said, manning it up and getting the yardage when they needed to get the yards. And, we kind of shuffled guys around a little bit heading into this week, got some guys at new positions, and it took them about a game to get used to where they were lined up and who they were working with and what partner blocks they had. But by the end of the game, they were clicking, and it was good to see that. And that's a huge confidence boost. And I think, one of the things we told the offense is, success isn't always scoring points. Sometimes success is getting a first down. Sometimes success is getting it to 4th and 1 and give us a better position to punt. We did that a couple times yesterday, and that's not going to show up in the stat line, but we got some 3rd and longs. We made 4th and shorts that allowed us to get a better punt off and get better field position, and we really dominated the field position most of the game.
Next up is a matchup against Carroll. It's homecoming, of course, very exciting to have homecoming week here on campus, but also Carroll, a team that has struggled recently, but they're never in easy games in the conference, as we've talked about many times here. So what are you looking for in the matchup, and how excited are you to play in front of the homecoming crowd?
Well, I know we're really excited to be at home. We've played 4 of our first 5 games on the road, and the players have done great. To come out with, I guess to split the four road games, 2-2, and we played some really, really tough opponents. I'm very happy with that. As far as Carroll goes, they haven't been in the league. This is their first year back in the CCIW. I don't know much about them. Most of the time I could sit here and I could tell you about the different schools in the league and what their tradition is and what they're trying to do and what their recruiting philosophy is and what they're trying to be about. I don't know that much about Carroll. We're gonna really study as much film as we can and try and pick up some things. I know they're a well-coached team. I know the conference that they came from. They had quite a bit of domination there. I think they've won conference a couple years in a row there. So they're a very good team. They're very prideful. They're gonna come and want to play. They believe they're a CCIW team. They're gonna play that way. I'm excited for our guys to go out and excited to play a different opponent, somebody we haven't seen in a couple years. So I think it's going to be a really good game. Hopefully we've got a great homecoming crowd, and our guys put on a good show for them.
Homecoming game, 2 o'clock on Saturday. It'll be as part of a triple header. Coach, thanks for joining me.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.